Welcome to our 5 on 5. Please be joined today by Jerry Hauck, a volunteer with the Oregon Alzheimer's Association in Southern Oregon. Good to see you, sir.
Thank you for having me here.
Thanks for coming. So what exactly is this organization? Obviously, it's related to Alzheimer's, but break it down what it does.
Well, Alzheimer's Association is a national association, and they have state organizations, and we have, like we had Southern Oregon, a Southern Oregon group. And it's to work with the people suffering from Alzheimer's, with their caregivers and the families, and the awareness, trying to put on information things to make sure people are aware of what's happening. Alzheimer is really becoming a very deadly disease, and at this point there's no cure for it. And so it's one of those things that we're trying to get information out to people and also give them aid and support in their struggles.
Yeah, sure. And it is a very, very hard disease for everybody involved, the loved ones having to watch their loved one go through something like
Absolutely.
that. We're going to talk about the workshops that are available to people, many different types. How did you get involved with the organization?
Well, I call myself a survivor, and that doesn't mean I survived the disease. I survived losing my first wife of 52 years to Alzheimer's.
I'm sorry.
And it was one of those, as they say, it's a long goodbye. It was a long year, 6, 8 years where she really struggled hard. And after I went through the process, having gone through support groups and having some help, after her passing, I decided I had to give back. People helped me during this process, and so now I'm working along with Lori Stanton in the local Medford office, trying to help people with support groups, facilitating. Over the last 4 years, I've facilitated 5 different support groups for Alzheimer's,
Wow.
those with the disease and those that are caregivers on both sides of the fence.
Wow, okay. And so speaking for yourself and for the people you've worked with, what do these people get out of these types of work groups?
You find out you're not alone. I think that's probably one of the biggest things for the people that, especially the caregivers and the family, is they realize that when they're going through the disease, that they feel like they're so isolated and things become so, and then when they get into a group, other people are wearing the same shoes that they're wearing. They're going through the same struggles. They find out that what they think is unique to them is not, and that they find tips from other people, and they can help other people.
Yeah.
So that's probably one of the biggest things that comes out of that.
I imagine that's a huge help for
Oh,
everybody.
tremendous help, absolutely. It's the lifesaver. Because at this point in time, if you keep your person home, you're caregiving for with Alzheimer's disease, 62% die before the person they're taking care of because of the stress and wear and tear.
Wow, alarming statistic.
Yes, it is.
Wow,
Yes,
okay.
it is.
Yeah, and help is available. We'll talk
Yes, it
about
is.
that coming
Right.
up in just a moment. Stay with us. Welcome back to our 5 on 5. Again, we're here with Jerry Hauck, a volunteer with the Oregon Alzheimer's Association here in Southern Oregon. We're talking about the workshops available
Right.
for caregivers, for people who are helping a loved one or anyone for that matter with Alzheimer's. What types of workshops are available?
Well, we have 4 topics we're teaching right now. Well, the first one is 10 warning signs of Alzheimer's, understanding Alzheimer's and dementia, effective communication strategies, which is very important, and then dementia conversations, talking with the people. So these are the 4 topics, and we rotate them through whoever we're presenting them at the same time.
And there's several different meetings, workshop groups
Yes.
meeting over the next several weeks. I
Yes.
believe you have one later this week. You have them all the way through Christmas. There's a lot of
yes.
different opportunities for people
Right.
around the area, I believe. But there's also a phone number people can call and a website where they can get the full list of that.
Right. The phone number is with the Alzheimer's Association. It's their helpline, and it's 1-800-272-3900. And then if you want to attend a workshop, you can call there. They'll register you to sign up for the workshops ahead of time. They'll give you a listing of them. And then there's a website. It's alz.org. Great website. It's got all the information and strategies and tips and charts.
Yeah.
It's alz.org/ORSWWA. And that gives you a full listing of each of the workshops, the description of them, and the locations and times.
Here in our area.
Yes.
And you also mentioned that there's a helpline, a 24/7 helpline.
Yeah, and
I
that's
mean,
that 800 number that
That's
I
that
gave.
800 number.
Yeah,
Perfect.
that
Okay.
kind of filters all that in through
Oh,
that
wonderful,
number.
yeah, because
Year-round it's there.
It's difficult situations,
Yes.
and having an ear, someone experienced who you can talk to makes.
And they
makes a
have
big
trained
difference.
people. These aren't just volunteers. These are trained professionals that answer the questions for you.
Excellent. All right. So, lastly, I want to ask, what do you believe is the greatest obstacle that keeps people from taking advantage of this type of assistance?
Is there personal denial? I mean, I went through that as a coach. I could handle anything, and they deny that the person is where they are. And lack of information, lack of awareness. But the biggest one is the denial of the problem that you're really facing. And you don't know that until you attend some of these workshops and get some information. And you attend some of our support groups that we have. You can also get that information on the same website. It will tell you there's two types of, one with just the person that's a caregiver, and then one where both the person with the disease and the caregiver comes, and we split them. And we go to two separate groups and talk about problems, and they can share each other and then go back.
Wow. Well, it's certainly good to have you here and
Thank you.
making people aware of this valuable resource that they have for them. It's good to see you.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.